Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Allison Caroly. I am an emotion code practitioner and Reiki master. And if you've been following me, each week I've been doing an emotion of the week, and this week's emotion is failure. Before I get into discussion a little bit more, I wanted to just define read to you how failure is defined in the emotion code. So it's defined as when one falls short of success or achievement in something expected, attempted, or desired. For example, the failure of a marriage or relationship, being fired, bankruptcy, performing poorly in athletics or art or academics. And I feel like, as I wrote in one of my posts, I think we can all find, especially growing up, trying different things or in school or even in our work today, feeling that failure. And just as a reminder, every emotion has a counterpart. So when that counterpart is actually the emotion that we're looking to feel. So with failure, failure is looking to feel success, which I think completely makes sense. I do go into that a little bit more in my posts earlier in the week, so take a look at that. But I wanted to just highlight a few things that just from some of the polls I had in my stories, as well as just talk about some other things that as I was pulling all this information together, wanted to share with you all. So I asked folks what main area of their life they felt failure the most. And I gave them options of school or job or career, relationships, or parenting. And it was 50-50 split between school and job / career. And then I asked, and this is an interesting one because I felt with failure, it was a big one. I asked, what was the secondary emotion or the biggest secondary emotion that people felt when they felt failure? Because I feel like with failure comes a lot of other emotions, and a lot of probably judgment as well. So in this case, folks said it was guilt. It was split between guilt and disappointment, which I think, again, makes sense. So I just wanted to share that with you. The one thing that really stood out to me as I was putting together the content for the post was, is it failure you're feeling or success you're looking to feel? Or is it the fear of failure? Or is it the fear of success? And so fear is an emotion I am very familiar with. We all have a birth emotion, which I'll get into that at another time in the future. But my birth emotion is fear. So fear basically has driven a lot of decisions in my life throughout my entire life. I can go back to childhood, to college, to picking where I was going to do what I was going to do for a career. So many decisions that I made were based on fear of failure and fear of success. Fear of success has shown up a little bit more. I kind of, as I peeled back the layer of the onion a little bit more, I've discovered for me, it was the fear of success. Hence me kind of just working through that. And here I am more and more in the land of social media and trying to just share with you more. And so I just wanted people to think about that too, because sometimes it's not just the emotion of failure, but the fear of failure and that fear of success. And I really think that's a bigger one for people more than they realize. So just sit with that a little bit more if you would. One other thing I wanted to talk, it is Wellness Wednesday. So one thing I want to just talk about is just overall emotional health and how that is key to our overall well-being. It's just as important as our mental health and our physical health. And so when we allow our emotions to rule our day of our life, it can paralyze us. So I, for one, know that. And most of what I speak about is from personal experience. I have done a lot of work, especially in the past 5 years or so, on just being healthier, mind, body, and spirit, all across the board. And the emotion code I just didn't find it one day, kind of was mentioned to me many times, and it very much spoke to me when I read the book. by Brad Nelson, Dr. Bradley Nelson. And so I highly recommend it. It's just it makes you look at emotions in a different way. And I've learned so much from not only the book, but then doing, of course, the certification, the training and certification. Emotions are one of those things that we just don't want to talk about. I didn't want to talk about it. I held everything in, or I was one end of the spectrum or the other. I was either holding everything in or I was just crying all the time, right? So I had to work and find that balance. And that was through therapy, that was through energy healing in various forms, whether it was receiving Reiki, receiving emotion code sessions. I still receive gemstone energy medicine sessions as well. I'm always doing work on myself because I need to be the best I can be for my family and for my clients and for my business. And for myself. Really, in the end, it's about being healthy for me. So I just wanted to share that if you're not sure how this all pertains to you, or if you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like your emotions are getting in your way, I'm more than happy to chat with you. I did recently ask folks in the Instagram stories if they knew I offered a free consult. Most people, the majority was no. I do offer a free consult. So I'm always happy to chat with you about what's going on in your life, how the emotion code works, and how it could help you. There's, of course, always no guarantees, but I know that this was one of the reasons why I was able to move forward in certain areas of my life. So know that you don't have to do it alone. There are so many different options out there. And again, I'm happy to chat with you about that. Whether you end up doing a session with me or not is not like, I'm not about that. I'm about just being here to help and guide when and where I can. So if you have any questions, any comments, leave them below. And also you can always reach me at AllisonKaroly.com. So it's ALLISONKAROLY.com. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.